Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, ponies and Gentlecolts. This is the one, the only Criticism Guide 2009, aka Nintendo Free 2011. Also known, excuse me, been having a little trouble with my sore throat shit, but it's getting better. So, also, what's it called? Steam.com, Shadow Sonic Manga Guy, and of course my other three sites, MandyWolverineDVR.com, Facebook.com/SnackAroundFreak2012 and then last but not least, of course, gotta give this one a huge shout out because nobody's been subscribing on there since I've opened it almost a month ago. Nintendo Anime Manga Guy 360. Definitely check out my videos there. I really would love it if you would. But yeah, without further ado, real quick. Oh, one more thing, just in case you wanted to know or not. Also check me out on my I don't use it very much anymore, but still I'll use it every now and then just to fuck around with it. Check out my Newgrounds website. Check out my Newgrounds profile, newgrounds.com/KillingFloorAddict2012 or sponsor Steampunk 2012, either one. Alright, so here we go with this real quick review, my whole thoughts on this whole situation that's been going on with one of my childhoods, one of the most memorable things my childhood has ever brought me. And before I begin real quick, I will, excuse me for a second, gotta whip this shit out for sure. Powerade, of course, shout out to Power for always making these badass fucking drinks. It's a lot better. So, you already read what it says in the title real quick. If you're very concerned about Hostess and all that company, you know, I think Wednesday or Thursday last week is when they ended up shutting down every single Hostess thing you can ever think of, all the products and the brands. Even though we still got Little Debbie's, and if you're from the West Coast or Southwest area, there's a Latino version of that, of Hostess, and it's called Bimbos. Very good ass shit, especially for Mexican. If you're Mexican, you know you love that shit, Bimbos. Very awesome shit, definitely check it out. If you're ever in the West Coast or Southwest part of the U.S. in the Latino area, definitely check out some Bimbo, because that Bimbo bread is really good. They got the conchas, the funky chorizos, and the churros, you know. They got a lot of good ass Mexican shit. And it's all like baked fried dough shit too, so you'll definitely love it. Especially for all the black and white people out there, you guys will love the shit out of that if you try it. I mean, trust us, you know you guys, you love Mexican food. Even if some of you racist fucks out there, so I'm not going to say names or anything, but some of you racist fucks out there want to dish us and say, oh, go back to Mexico and shit. All I can say is go fuck off and burn in the deepest pit of hell if you could ever go to hell. Definitely go there and stay there, because I really don't give a fuck about you, okay? But all for my people, like I always say, definitely got a lot of respect and a lot of love and honesty and dignity. Like the same people that got love and respect towards me and, you know, honesty and loyalty. If you got all that for me, you know what? I'll respect you. But if not, fuck off and burn in hell, okay? Simple as that. So without further ado, real quick, once again, my roommate let me use their iPad real quick for my video. I just got to work like an hour ago, so I'm a little tired. My back's a little like sored out. But other than that, let me show you real quick about this Hostess Twinkie situation. Hopefully you guys can see this. And there it goes. All their products, the ding-dongs, the little Twinkies, the donuts, what else? The fruit pies. I never really liked their fruit pies that much, but their other shit was pretty good. But let me tell you the thing I'm going to miss about what's it called? The thing I'm going to miss about Twinkies the most, I'm going to show it to you in a second, but it's not the one that I like. If any of you guys remember the Zingers were very, very good. I remember those very fucking well. They were very amazing. I loved them very much with a passion. And, Zingers. Let me show this shit to you real quick. You're going to love me for this. If any of you guys love Zingers like I used to love them, let me show you. This is the only thing I really liked about Hostess. Their other products were okay. The only things that were real shitty was their fruit pies. This right here. I'm going to miss these a lot, the Zingers. That was my shit. That was literally my fucking crack. Every time I eat it, I haven't had it in like 2 years, so I'm kind of regretting it not having it now, but hey, you know, that's life. What can you do? And these are the ones I didn't really care too much about that much. The strawberry ones, they were kind of crap. I don't like them that much. But the white ones, not the white ones, the yellow ones, for the fucking win. That shit was pure fucking gold right there. So I'm definitely going to miss that about Hostess. Actually, out here, since most of you guys know I live in 702 out in Vegas, there's another little city called Henderson, right? If any of you guys live out in Henderson, you know what I'm talking about. If any ever got any local viewers out there, you know that real big ass fucking that factory machine place that's on the I-15 or I-95. It was a big ass factory there that was for Hostess, but I never even knew about. Literally, I never even knew that was a Hostess company ever. I thought that was like a tire company or steel company. You know, it was a Hostess company that whole time. And unfortunately, over there, there's like 200 people there that lost their jobs. I feel very sorry for them. And right when we're about to go on Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit, you know, especially the ones that have families out there. Let me tell you, man, my heart definitely goes out to them. I feel real bad that they lost their jobs because, let's be honest, getting a job nowadays is hard as fuck. It's literally trying to, like, be a millionaire. That's how hard it is to fucking get a job these days. Unless you have connections with people in companies, or if you get real fucking lucky as shit, you get 2,000-3,000 applications and at least 2-3 people give you an interview and you get the job, then you consider yourself fucking lucky, literally. Or if you know a guy that knows a person and knows somebody that works for a company, then you can probably get the job. Other than that, it's not happening. So, without further ado, let's really begin this thing because it's probably been 7-8 minutes since I've been rambling. So I'm going to get down to it. So Hostess, you know, with all their little Wonder Breads, the Zingers, what else did they have? There's a couple other things that they did have. Very good shit for sure. Besides the Zingers, they had a couple other things. They had the little chocolate donuts, the regular donuts, the powdered donuts. They were alright. I like the bigger ones a lot better. And then they had the little almond versions, the almond peanut ones. Those were badass too. I'm going to miss those a lot. Definitely going to miss them for sure. Let's see what else. Oh, and then these too, of course. Who can forget these motherfuckers right here? The cupcakes, man. That's straight out legendary right there, man. I'm going to miss it a lot. And there was even one here, the Zingers right here. I'm going to show this shit to you. You're going to love it. Trust me. Thing is not fucking working. And there you go. There's even one with the flash on it. How more epic can you get than that, literally, man? Bottom line is about Zingers and shit, I'm really going to miss them a lot. There's actually other place out here in Vegas, if you go down on Fremont Experience shit, there's a place where they used to, like, I used to go there almost all the time, but, like, I kind of stopped because I would have kept going there, I probably would have had a heart attack and shit, so I only went there, like, maybe once a month, you know? Because I had to watch my weight and shit. Even though I'm pretty much a big dude, but I don't really eat that shit too much anymore, but there's a place down on Fremont Street that they used to sell, like, fried Hostess and Twinkies and shit, you know? That shit was very fucking amazing. It was literally like heaven in my fucking mouth every time I went to eat there. You know, there's a lot of crack dealers and cocaine and the homeless people down there, but you know what? It is what it is. You know, times are tough, you know? It's like every man for himself these days, you know? But other than that, yeah, you know, another thing I really want to talk about Hostess and Twinkies and the rest of the company and shit, this whole hiatus thing that's going on. I actually watched a video from Morning Mind, a.k.a. Linda. You know, I already talked about her a lot. And if she watches my videos, I love you very much. You're a very amazing, very beautiful fucking woman. Very hot, very sexy for 33, 34 years old, even though I'm like barely 24. I would still fuck the shit out of her. She's a very beautiful, intelligent woman. She's not a bitch. She's definitely a woman for sure. But, yeah, I know she was talking about it. In a way, she was kind of saying that it's kind of a good thing that they're running out of business because that way we don't have to blame the pointing fingers at childhood obesity and shit like that. Because they probably got pointed on fingers a lot back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s and shit, all the way up to 2012, which is now. I mean, the only worst thing that's ever happened besides, you know, Hostess and shit shutting down, is the only thing I could probably relate to it is when, let me think, is when Kodak shut down, you know? Because they were one of the very first, you know, places that ever made cameras and picture video things and shit like that. They were the very first company that ever did that. 1950 or 60 or something, you know? They've been around for a long ass time. Then, like, I think it was 2010 or last year, 2011, I think is when they shut down. So they were selling their last products, and a couple people were sad and shit. But a lot of the bigger companies, like, you know, Cameo, Sony, Panasonic, Nikon, what else is out there? Even a lot of the iPods and shit that already have cameras in the pictures. But to me, a lot of the camera industry, in a way, is kind of dying because a lot of the smartphones, like the iPads, the smartphone Droid that I'm using right now to talk to you guys, like, a lot of that shit's kind of taking over the camera industry. So I wouldn't be surprised. They probably got 5, 6 more years left until they officially run out of business once all the iPads and iPhones, they start taking over a lot more, which is already taking over. You see Samsung Galaxy S and T-Mobile, AT&T, a lot of these phone companies are kind of taking over a lot of the camera industry, you know? So I kind of feel bad for them. That's going to end up having more people laid off in their jobs if any of those places like Sanyo and any of those big-time billion-dollar companies, you know, basically big, giant corporate companies, they end up running out of business. There's a lot of people that are going to get laid off, unfortunately. And even though it's a lot of hard labor worker and shit like out in Japan and China, it's not really here in the U.S. like it used to be 100 years ago. You know, it is what it is, you know. I can't control time. I don't control the course of history. You know, that's in God's hands, not my hands. Other than that, last but not least, the other thing I'm going to miss about Twinkies is that a lot of their little, like, snacks that they usually have. The Twinkie, I really wasn't really into it. I like the darker ones, too. And speaking of which, there's one more I did want to show you guys. I didn't have enough time for it because I'm not sure if my camera's going to turn on because I didn't really get enough time to charge it earlier this morning before I left for work. But let me show you this right here. And let's see if I can find it. This shit kind of takes a little bit of a time. Here it is. Oh, fuck. There it is, right there. This one here, the dark ones, those were the best right there. Besides the yellow ones, because the yellow ones were good too, but I just like the dark ones a lot better. And there goes the Hostess chocolate version Zingers. These were the best out of all of them. I mean, the other ones were okay. Just the Zingers is the #1 thing I'm definitely going to miss. I'm even hearing on eBay and Amazon and all these other fucking social media networks, even Facebook, and Craigslist even, out of all places. That's where they're selling these 200-300 Twinkies and all these other Hostess products because they're not going to be around anymore. My whole thought on that is that, like, I'm going to miss them, but you know what, at the same time, I even heard they last 25 or 30 years or something. I was just like, how the hell do they last that long? You know, it makes you wonder because I know Linda, a.k.a. Morning Mind, she said there was a lot of GMO and rat poison shit in there, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. That shit was one of the greatest fucking snacks of my childhood of all fucking times. And now it's gone. Even though they said 7 other companies are going to be trying to buy the Hostess brands and shit, so they're going to try to continue the product, but it's just not going to be for Hostess anymore. It's going to be from other companies, like maybe Little Debbie's, the Peter Pan shit, what else? I don't know, a lot of these little cookie companies like the Auntie Hotties or whatever, Ain't Hanatties. I don't know how to fucking say the name. Or Sara Lee maybe might buy it. I don't know. Any of the other bread company industries out there, even Kellogg's, they might make it into a cereal or something instead of a bread. You never know. Possibilities are fucking endless, really. But other than that, that's really all I have to say on this Hostess Twinkie rant. Is what it is, ain't what it ain't. I will see you when I see you. I'm thinking about maybe doing another alternate media video. I haven't done one in about 2 weeks. But yeah, definitely get at me. Check me out on my Facebook, zekround32012@gmail.com. Manny Wolverine and my DeviantArt. I've actually posted a couple new My Little Pony pictures on there, so definitely check that shit out. What else? Steam.com, Shadow Sonic Manga Guy. I'm always on Killing Floor, so check me out there. Or any of the other activity sites on there. And the last two, of course, Nintendo 32011, my second YouTube channel, and Nintendo Anime Manga Guy 360. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace out. Is what it is, ain't what it ain't. Like I just said, happy Monday, even though it's old as shit. Happy early Thanksgiving. If any of you guys are going to be going Black Friday like I might. Tell me how that goes, alright? Later. See you around. Goodbye. Peace. Late.